Well, Chicago, gonna Chicago. Even when things are going good, they take a turn for the worse. It's funny that, and I'll get to the question in just a second, but I want to interject this. You and I were just talking about the Bears last week on the phone. Do you remember that?
I do, yeah.
And we were talking about the organization being similar to the Cowboys with Jerry Jones. Like, we just think it's a problem from top down because you keep changing out these first-round picks at quarterback, and you still get the same outcome.
You change out coaching staffs too, yeah.
You've got a great defense, you like top 5, top 7 defense, but you have one of the worst offenses in the entire football league. I think that like PFF has them like tied for 27th right now. It's terrible. It is awful. If you're a Bears fan, you're unfortunately accustomed to this type of thing. But did this performance today give you any hope for the Bears?
No, because it's the Bears. It doesn't, even though it should, it doesn't because it's the Bears. Because, yeah, you're going to see moments of this, but I am at the point with Chicago. Me and you both said pump the brakes on the Caleb Williams hype train. Like, people had him going to the playoffs and stuff. We were like, no. Me and you both took the under in the Vegas things we did. We were like, because it's a rookie quarterback. I did think they would be all right, but we said it. Go back and look at our preseason videos. Matt Eberflus is still the head coach. Why are you bringing in a rookie quarterback and retaining Eberflus? It made no sense. If you're going to start over, then start over. And me and you both said, well, if he's going to be the head coach, I can't have any faith that they're going to be better. And that is the case. I will say, Caleb Williams, this was the best game of his NFL career, by far. Maybe not statistically. I know he's had better statistical games, but what he did today was actually impressive. Part of that is thanks to whoever was calling the plays. You know, they fired Shane Waldron. The OC was finally giving Caleb some layups. That's been one of the things. Rookie quarterback, hey, give him some screens and stuff. Get the ball out early. Get him some confidence. You saw a lot of screens to his receivers, a lot of running the football with swift, short passes, trying to get the ball out quick. And then on the plays where he didn't get the ball out quick, some of them due to him not seeing the field well because he had some open guys, he took off and ran and extended multiple drives with his legs, which is something he did in college. And it looked good. This looked like the college Caleb Williams. The final drive of the game, Caleb was spectacular. He was spectacular. Him and Rome Odunze. There was a 4th down play, and he threw a kind of a deep pass to the right on a comeback to Rome Odunze. Rome Odunze made a great play on it to catch it, but it was a good throw. That drive, he made multiple big throws and put them in a position to win the game, and then the field goal was blocked. But before the field goal was blocked, they ran the football first down. They didn't have any timeouts. They had one timeout left. They ran the football. 30 seconds left when the play was over. So it's 2nd down. You've got one timeout, and there's 30 seconds. Eberflus just let the clock wind down to 1 and called a timeout when he could have easily lined up and ran another ISO up the middle and get a couple more yards. There's a chance you could have gotten 2 more runs off up the middle, at least 1, maybe 2. And instead, he just sat there, let the clock wind down, and then called a timeout. Would another 4 to 6 yards have changed it and you not had the field goal blocked? Probably not, but I don't know, maybe. Regardless of that, it's coaching malpractice, and that right there, that sequence of events, after your quarterback has been fantastic, looks like the number 1 draft pick, the Heisman winner. The coach completely fumbles end of game management, and then your special teams finds a way to let you down and have a field goal blocked. That is the Chicago Bears. Maybe Caleb Williams will end up playing like this consistently, but ultimately, and I'm sorry, Chicago fans, ultimately the Bears organization will fail this young man because it's what they do to every player, every coach, everyone that comes in the doors of that building. That's a fact. And until I see otherwise, that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, that is the DNA of the Chicago Bears. That is just who they are. That's who they've always been. And that's who they'll continue to be for a while. I mean, you and I were even going back and figuring out like when was the best like Bears offense. And I think we had to go back to like the Cutler years before we found a decent offense, right? So I think this has more problems than just the players on the field because they have playmakers. Swift looks great this year. DJ Moore is pretty good. Odunze's great. Caleb Williams under Thomas Brown, which, by the way, Thomas Brown was the passing coordinator. They elevated him up to offensive coordinator.
Thank you for that.
After they fired
Waldron.
And this guy also was the Panthers offensive coordinator last year, so not anything to hold your hat on too much.
Right.
But
a northern organization, like how much can you judge the coaches there?
Exactly. So there was an article that came out before the game started that Bleacher Report, I believe it was, and it said that the offensive coordinator, Thomas Brown, said that they were going to kind of go back to basics for Caleb Williams, and it seemed to work today.
So that's what I said. I didn't know they said that, but just watching the tape, that's what they did. That's what I was saying earlier. The screens, the runs, getting the ball out, getting him some early confidence, make him feel comfortable out back there. I mean, I'm not a fucking OC, Ryan. It's not rocket science to figure out how to kind of manage a rookie quarterback.
Yeah. I'm glad you put that little asterisk in there that you're not an OC.
Well, I know I know it's up for debate, but
well, people were starting to wonder why you're on this show. But no, I will say that, and before we sound like we're kind of boosting the Bears at all, because I still think inevitably they are going to fail this season because of coaching all the way up to front office to owner. I think it's just all trash. They need a rebuild season in the office, like that's where they need their rebuild, because the players, they ain't the problem.
But so, okay, you're right and you're wrong on that to an extent. You're actually kind of just right on both. Ryan Poles.
You want to just restart all that? Because
Ryan Poles has been a good GM as far as getting talent. He has done a good job of drafting, making trades, getting talent. But
we can leave him then.
But hold on. He made a crucial error. He is the one that okayed and decided to keep Eberflus.
Well, I mean, everybody has a bad Tuesday.
But when you have a guy that's doing a good job bringing in players, and then you make that decision, I'm not saying I would fire Ryan Poles. I actually think he's a good GM, but it could be something where he doesn't survive simply because of that decision. I don't know. But then you end up in the same thing where you just get more guys coming in. So if anything, it might be wise to just try and stick with Ryan Poles. I don't know. What do you do with Chicago, man? Well,
they're going to finish at the end of their division this year for sure. Like, I don't think anybody in this in the NFL analysis team or reporting team would ever predict that the Bears would finish over the Vikings, the Packers, or the Lions. Like, there's no way. So, look, we may get to see it play out next year where they get another first-round quarterback and ruin his career, and we'll just keep playing this same old cycle over and over again.